In Race A, a mini races a Chevrolet Corvette. Race B sees the most frustrating penalty in history. And in Race C, we have one big old traffic jam. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gran Turismo weekly race guide here in 2022. And in the background we're at Watkins, Glen again, but this time it's a short circuit. A circuit I've not actually done before, so this is my first time at the short version. I quite like it, to be honest, although I don't quite like this race. Well, let's have a look why then. So, we are racing 6 laps here at the short circuit, Watkins, Glen. It's a rolling start. Sports hard tyres, tyres 1 fuel and tyre wear. And critically, it's the 500 pp and tuning I have a problem with. Why do I have a problem? Well, I always said the PP system could be exploited, and it is again, really. I was 10 seconds off the pace in the same car. Work that one out. There's also some timestamps in the background if you want to skip this race, because I recommend you do that, and go enjoy another race in B and C. If you do want to enjoy this race, so sit back, relax, let's jump to the race, let's have a look at what happens, because there is some crashes and accidents in this one. Here we are then at the start. You see a wide variety of cars, which is always nice with the PP. Don't get me wrong, I do love that. However, the Mini was top of leaderboards. I jumped onto my Lazarus account because that's where my tuned Mini was, and it was at 500 pp. However, it was nowhere near as fast as the others, so we've obviously got to do some gearbox changes or some funky stuff that I'm not aware of. We're going to head towards turn 1 all the same. Oh, going into a lap guide as well. Apologies. 200 foot board. I realized I said meters last time. You're braking using these numbered boards basically throughout. Obviously, in a faster car, you may brake earlier or later, depending on the braking of the car as well. But the 200 foot board there, exactly what you want to use. Don't go as wide as Mr. JPS did there, because that will mean you will get a penalty. Or if you do it slow enough, or there's the penalty. If you do it slow enough, you'll get a penalty because the game will consider you have slowed down a little bit too much. So you've basically offset that shortcut or track limits penalty. So on the inside of the Golf we go, and we get that position. Nice colour Golf, by the way, there, Mr. JPS. As we then head towards the bus stop chicane. I think it's called the bus stop chicane, I'm not too sure. But you have the feet boards on the left. However, I use the Marshall box as more of a reference point. So obviously, in a faster car, you may have to brake earlier because you'll be doing that 100 billion miles an hour at this point and not 126 like I am. You want to cut the inside, and then that gives you a straight line left. There is a crash to your right. Oh, they've gone instead. And we abuse the curbs as much as we can there. And we go into this long right-hander, longer than normal now, and a little bit tighter on exit, of course. Now, what you're looking for is that Marshall box there. It says, I love NY, which means New York, I guess, or unless you love Ione, I don't know. But on the inside, stay on the inside, use that as your accelerating marker, accelerate through the corner. Be careful about running a little bit too wide here. You know, just have to let off a little bit. You can go a bit more wider than that as long as you stay on the curbs. And we see that Sylvia absolutely dart past as if I'm standing still there. So we head towards the right-hand side. Once again, we have some feet boards. So we've got 300, and we're looking more for the 200 board. You can brake a bit later here. Now, normally on the long layout, you're lifting for this corner, but you do have to brake here. It's a longer straight towards this corner. So use that as your marker. Turn in, accelerate through, head out wide. You can use a bit more of the circuit. Head over towards the left-hand side. And then on that, your right-hand side, you've got those 2 lights there. So I'm braking in between them. Normally, I'm using the second one, getting closer to that. But you've got both of them there. And in the race, you can also use a tense on the left-hand side if you wanted to. Chuck it in and then accelerate out. Get as close to that wall as you humanly can. That wasn't quite close enough there. And that is a lap guide of the short circuit. So we advance a bit later on here. And who's that? Who have we got on the right-hand side? We've got Spook in the right-hand side in a Mazda RX-8, that looks like, actually. It is. It's the Spirit R with a wang on it as well. So they've obviously had an issue on the last corner, spinning the wheels. Pretty impossible to do that in the Mini, being front-wheel drive. Oh, coming through this right-hander. We continue. Oh, who's that? We've got another one off. We've got Fast Run. Oh, in a Chevrolet Corvette convertible. Is that the Stingray? I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're going to come through here into P5. We've only got 8 finishes here. This race will not be popular this week. I can tell you that much for free. Because the gaps are horrendous. Look at the track map, by the way. Look how massive those gaps are. Oh, actually, let's look back at the race here. Spook getting it very close on the inside there. Lovely clean action there. Realised he was going to understeer into me. Decided not to. So right behind me. Oh, actually, there's a penalty there. I'm looking for Spook. So, we're catching up to Marty. Not in the DeLorean. It is the DeLorean, isn't it? I'm not too sure. So, we're doing over 88 miles an hour as well here. Are we advancing to the future? Look at our mirrors. Look at that Corvette. I am standing. I am standing still, apparently. This is why 500 pp doesn't work. It's why pp doesn't work in general, because that is just... Oh, Marty's off. Marty's come back from the future there. on to the track. Actually, that's a fairly safe rejoin, to be fair to Marty. So the Corvette just tapped them on the way through there. Marty giving me enough space. Alexia, I have to lift off a little bit because I was going to understeer off. Spook gives me a bit of bump draft in there. Did it right this time, and that Corvette sprinted out. Look at it. It's just gone. It's actually gone there. As we then head towards the left-hander then. We've got side-by-side action in our rear view mirror here. Marty going down the inside. Oh, bit of oversteer. Tries to avoid Spook. Spook has to go off there. Hopefully Spook did not get a penalty. I'm not too sure. As we chuck it into the right hand of that Corvette. Struggling in the corners. Of course it is. An old American car struggling on corners. Why wouldn't it? As we continue on. Oh, we've got a slow mini on the right side. Oh, it's TCR Inferno. Shout out TCR if you want to join. Check out the description. Because you can join the team. You don't need any specific driver rating. Right, last lap, last few corners. Here we go then. Obviously, the gaps are humongous. Leader finished about 3 hours ago. But we have Marty behind us here. So we go defensive into this last corner. Sorry, through the corner then. And we're going to have a Mini Cooper versus a Nissan Skyline. I think that is. Oh, he's got the run. He's got the run. We're going to head towards the line. He's going to get close. I have to change gear. What's going to happen? I get it just. Oh, it's a Sylvia, sorry, not a Nissan Skyline. But Sylvia, all the same, we had a good race there. 37, I think that's the biggest time loss to the leader I've ever had in a race A in history. 37 seconds. Yeah, I probably don't recommend this race, to be honest with you. But that is it for race A. If you do want to do it and do want to practice tuning, at least driver ratings off, have a go, have some fun if you can. I'm going to head to race B. Welcome then to one of the most common tracks in history in terms of the daily/weekly races. It's Interlagos, but we're in Group 4 this time, so... You know, it's not Group 3, our usual one, the balance performance test that we know of in GT Sports. Let's jump straight into the race details then, because there's only one real car you can use here, or a couple actually, but let's go to the race details. 6 laps here at Interlagos, so quite a few laps. Rolling start, nice and easy. Racing hard tyres, annoying. Tyres 1 tyre and fuel, and it's Group 4, bop, fixed. All nice and easy. So it shows the Subaru WRX in the background. Mainly because it was top of leaderboards and everybody was in it. Now, most people in the race are also in this car. You could try a few of the other cars. The Audi TT seemed fairly okay in the race as well. And I imagine some of the all-wheel drive cars, some of the other ones will be good and fine. Let's jump to the race then. Let's have a look at this one because this one is action-packed. And it also has one hell of a stupid penalty. Here we are at the start, and the Inferno Fox is back in here, so shout out to you. Also shout out to Heinz04 for the livery. I forgot to say that. We do have some TCR liveries on the website now, so if you want to go and use them, check out the website each week in the Discord. We're putting the form out there, so you can submit your liveries, basically. We put them on the website, and you can check them out on there. Website also in the description. So rolling start here, nice and easy start. We're starting P15 as we head towards turn 1 then. And it all looks fine so far. Inferno Fox, I think, is in the silver. Oh, who's that? We got Pierre there off. So I'm not sure what happened there, but let's get into some racing action, shall we? So we've got the TT, Subaru, Sylvia. I don't think I'd pick the Sylvia on this one. I think that did struggle here. The TT not as much as we go through here then. So I'm trying to find a way through. What can we do? What can we do? So in towards the braking zone. We go down the inside. Oh, looks like we might have got that position from Regnard. And trying to round the outside of Inferno Fox here. Obviously, TCR tag Inferno Fox. Very easy and obvious to note that we are going to have some clean racing as we go into here then. And we're going to try and get past this TT very quickly. Now, the rolling start seemed a bit closer than normal, which is nice. So if that is a new thing that they're doing, happy days. Now, did somebody just leave there? I'm not too sure. It's a yellow flag. But we continue on. The yellow flag going to become important later on if you haven't already guessed. So we try and go for the run on the outside here. Not sure what they were trying to do here. Just push me out wide. It's not really relevant, if I'm honest, because the whole corner goes left. You better just stay in on the left. You gain nothing from that. But we're having a bit of a drag race with the TT all the same as we head towards it. Wow, are they 4 wide in the distance? I'm not too sure. So heading towards turn 1 then. Looking for my usual brake marker, which I'll talk about in the lap guide. And we come into here and it's side by side still. Look at this. Beautiful racing in towards the right. Just enough room there, and Linton keeping that position for now. So the TT can compete. You've just witnessed that right here as we continue on out and heading towards turn 2. So in the background, in the rearview mirror, should I say, you've got Regnard. And I want to focus on that rearview mirror here because they do something amazing here. They straight line their braking because they outbrake themselves. Superb driving from Regnard. Lost position, but avoided contact. So a shout out to you. Driver of the week. I've not done a driver of the week in a while. You can have driver of the week for that because that was superb sportsmanship. Right, in towards this action with the Audi TT then. So I'm trying all sorts to get past here. as they go through the corner. So I'm looking down the inside in towards the braking zone we go. We make the apex, all fine. Oh, a little bit of contact. That's nothing major, that really. There was room on the outside. It's just two cars coming together as we leave that corner. So the RTT keeping up. What? I forgot what it was, but there it is. The I was on the there was no yellow flag. What? That's so stupid. Right, turn one lap, guy. Let me just talk about this for a second. On the left-hand side, it's the second red canopy. Or in time trial, it's the change of the grey stairs on the right-hand side. I've highlighted it there. Look for those. You will see them as we then go into the center S. You want to cut the left like Inferno Fox did. Then cut a little bit to the right here. And then you can flat all the way around this left-hander, as I'm going to do on the outside. That's how easy it is to do this flat out. As we then head up. That yellow flag, they need to get rid of that stupid penalty. It shouldn't exist. It's a video game. It doesn't make any difference, and it just causes problems. Right, this corner, the 100-meter board or the end of the wall on the right side, that is your brake marker, folks. That is your brake marker on the right-hand side. So we're going to hit the brakes just after that, actually. Here we go. And you want to cut the inside if at all possible, like so. Avoid going on the outside because it's a bit slippy as we get on the inside of Pierre then. And through the left we go and heading up here. Oh, little tap there. And why are you flashing me? Don't flash me, mate. In towards the right-hander then. Marsh box on the left-hand side. Use that as your brake marker. It's double apex corner, which means you clip the first curb, you go out and clip the second curb. Nice and easy, right? So we're going to clip the first curb, go out, and then we're going to come back and hopefully clip the second curb. Or miss it, apparently. But to do it perfectly, you clip both. Now, this right-hander here, you have that tire mark. You all hate this, but it's the one I use. As it clips the curb there, the green, white, and yellow curb. My brake marker, you can see I've just started braking right now, and you can cut quite a bit of this turn here. And then as you head into this, it's a dab of the brakes, and then you just want to roll the car through the corner a little bit. When you're happy, accelerate through the corners. We've got some action coming up as well. So heading towards the right-hander here, you have that piece of green tarmacy thing on the left-hand side. Use that as your brake marker. So you can use the billboards in the race, of course, because they're easier to see. But in time trial, they're not there. So use that as your marker. As we see the time go on the inside, making it 3 wide through there. And to be fair, the RTT backed out of that. So we're going to go around here. You have to lift a little bit to go through this. They didn't really leave me that much room there, did Linson. I think angry with the other contact, but, you know, that's not my fault. On the right side, you've got a cross in the barrier. Use the cross. You can see it there. It's very different to all the other pieces. As we get hit from behind by Pierre. And again, Pierre, stop hitting me, mate. Stop it. Right, okay, we're going to leave that corner. We have 2 laps of racing to go, and we can see a lot of positions. Even though we had that 3-second stupid penalty, which shouldn't have existed, I still don't get it, because I was on the outside of the car. Like, if I'm making the overtake there, I actually lost a position, I think. And I got the penalty. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. So, Linson goes defensive here. We're going to get on the inside of Linson, head towards turn 1, then in towards that braking zone. We're looking for that second red canopy, which we do here. Linson trying to go around the outside. So, at this point, I'm like, okay, back out of this. Try and get on at the outside then of this corner. We'll have a good run out there as we get a slight tap here and continue on round. So, we're going to have a bit of a run with the RTT. That we get a bit of slipstream from Fredo up ahead. Is it Fredo? Fredos are expensive, by the way. It's probably the number next to his name. 79. 79p now, maybe? I don't know. In towards the braking zone we go. And the RTT looking down there. So we just leave just enough room on the inside. And we continue. Oh, John Flan's got off to the realms. And comes back on. So we're going to join that battle in a second, folks. We are going to join it. We want to get in on that action. Oh, they got a penalty. Unlucky for John. I'm not sure how extending the track that much is a shortcut penalty. But even so, apparently it is. As we head up here then and heading in towards this braking zone. And John gives me room on the inside to go for it. Oh, Pierre, stop hitting me, mate. Stop it. My car does not say Pierre. Hit here. As we go through this left-hander then. Right, we got Paolo and we got... we got Fredo 79. Meaning the... Oh, that was tight. That was very tight. I avoided that. They broke a bit earlier than expected, but we avoided it. Happy days. We can still represent TCR and not get reported. If you do see bad driving from TCR drivers, do report it on the website and we can have a look at it. I know I haven't looked at the reports lately, but I will have a look today because I'm off right down the inside after all that carnage. Fredo loses a position to me and John about to get a penalty. So now we've got the race with the Italian, Paolo. Now that is an Italian name, Paolo. It might be your friends as well. Was it Paolo in Friends with Rachel? I had no idea. Right, he's got the bull. He's got the Brahma bull actually on there. You know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So, we're heading towards the right-hand side then. We're going to go side by side in towards turn 1 then. This is always very scary. Braking a bit later than normal because we're taking an outside line. As we do. And continue on. Oh, slight tap. I have to lift there and lift a bit more. Not leaving enough space there, Paolo. As I get a nice little bump from Fredo. 79. Thank you for that boost, mate. That's appreciated. do like Freddos. I need to have a Freddo. I've not had a Freddo in ages, but I'm on a diet as well. Well, saying that, it's not going very well. Anyway, heading towards this left-hander down the inside of Paolo as we head there, and we're getting it stopped. Paolo leaves me room now on that inside. Job done. Happy days up into P9. Not too bad with a penalty. So we're going to advance towards the end, and that's where we're going to finish. I reckon you can have some good racing here, to be fair. The rolling start being a bit closer actually helps. So Gran Turismo, if you can make it even closer, that would be lovely. So that is it. Regnard P7 there in the end. I'm brilliant avoiding contact early on, so my driver of the week this week. That's it for race B. Let's head to race C. Welcome then to the Nurburgring, and it's a nice one. It's not the Nordschleife. Woo! I know some of you hate the fact that I don't like it, but honestly I hate that circuit. It's horrible. It's rubbish for racing. The GP circuit though, brilliant for racing, although they need to change the last chicane. Right, let's jump straight into the race details then, on what we're doing here. We're doing 10 laps at the Nürburgring GP. It's a rolling start, and they've sorted it. It's actually a fixed rolling start. How good is that? Racing medium tyres. Times 6 fuel times 5 tyres, so got to worry about the fuel. Group 3, bop fixed, nice and easy. So if you remember last time, we had this sort of combo, but it was at Suzuka. There was one car we picked, which was the BRZ GT300, because it could make it to the end without pitting. Guess what? That's what we're doing again, but there are a few other cars that can do it as well. Let's jump to the race then. Let's have a look exactly what happens. Here we are then at the start. Mixture of familiar names there. We've got Key. Shout out to Key and Wind. They're both on YouTube. You can check them out. Got Conster in here, who I think chose BMW there. I'm not too sure, but we get ready for the race. Lightning P15. As you see, the rolling start is fixed. This is so good. Thank you, Gran Turismo, for fixing that. And as you can see, the fuel is a bit chaotic as I'm going, ah! But even so, it is what it is. We're going to have to fuel save as we were warming up our tyres there. So into turn 3, I think that is. We're in the Mercedes-Benz arena anyway. Through the right-hander we go. And we have Lolo off to the realms with them being out. But you can see very quickly it's turned into a bit of a traffic jam with all the fuel saving going on. Wind has a 4-second penalty. Maybe Wind hit Lolo. I'm not too sure. So we're all going to overtake Wind. We know how quick Wind is here. We've got Key up ahead as well, heading towards the chicane. Key looking. Brakes, and I nearly go into the back of Key. Fortunately, I avoid him just. Oh, the AMG gets it all sorts of wrong. That chicane, I hate that chicane. Can they change it to the other chicane, please? It's perfect, the other chicane. Trust me, if that was in the game, this would be one of my favorite tracks in existence. But because of that one chicane, it's not. That's some good racing here, though, right? As you see that AMG literally accelerating clean on pass. Are they saving fuel? I'm not too sure. You see, I'm under on the fuel at the moment, so I need to do a bit more fuel saving. Down to fuel map 3 we go as we head towards the traffic jam up. Look at that! Was that 3 wide or something? So we go around the outside of the AMG Mercedes there. Slippery racer, well played with the cleanliness. I was a bit worried, if I'm brutally honest, but you nailed it perfectly, my friend. So heading in towards this left, we've got an Evo leading this huge pack of cars. Got Inferno Fox stuck on the inside in the other Genesis there. The Hyundai Genesis. As we get a clean run through there. That's 1 position. That's 2 position. Is this going to be 3 positions in one move? What a move this is. As we head there, we've got Nico ahead of us. And we get a slight tap from Batok there. That's unfortunate. I wanted to be ahead at this point, so we could stay with Nico as we accelerate through that corner then. And we continue on. Now, I'm not in the slipstream here, and I'm fuel saving, which is not the greatest. As you see, that BMW carries on. Key then gives bump drafting as well, but we're still alongside, so we stay on that inside in towards the hairpin. Beautiful racing, and through we go. Another 2 positions then. Job done up into P9. Happy days. But we've lost that slipstream to Nico there, which was critical as we go through the Stena S. I don't know why I lifted there. I was a bit unsure, to be honest with you. But we continue on as we're going to head up towards this left-hander. Now, I have a very common problem here at the moment. I keep outbraking myself completely. So I don't know why I try and get on the 100-meter board anymore. It just doesn't work. So Key gets clean on by. Well played, Key. As we go into the right-hander, I see a couple of BMW Z4s in this, actually. And we continue on out. So we're going to advance a bit further on then, where we catch up to one of those BMW Z4s. Oh, actually, we've got... There's a Boomer. There's a Boomer in the race there on the right-hand side. Let's get past that Beetle quick as possible in towards braking. I can't come across either because they're... Oh! They're not going so high, surely. Oh, thank goodness for that. We carry on. And racer number 6 is next up. What happened to racer number 54321? Does anybody know? Anybody? Answer on the postcard? Let me know in the comments. Right, let's continue on out of there and in towards this braking zone then. Still behind this BMW. Oh, they got a little bit deep there. You want to stay tight left here. This is a better corner to be aggressive on because you get a clean run out. As you see, they've had to go wide there. And we get that position. We're on lap 5 now, and we are just about there on the fuel. So use fuel map 3 in the Mercedes-Benz area and fuel map 2 everywhere else. You can do this a lot better with your fuel management, but I'm trying to make it an easy one for you. So fuel map 2 for most of the race, short shift as well, and you'll make it to the end in this BRZ. Again, I outbrake myself for reasons I'm not aware of into that corner. So Wynn's going to have a really, really good run on me here in towards this right-hander. He's going to get the run there. Easy, easy, easy. Just get the run clean through. So at this point, I knew Wynn was going to go for it. So it's a case of short shifting. Let's save a bit more fuel while we can. And let Wynn go. And there we go. Job done. In towards the chicane. Then we go. As long as we don't rear end. So we just lift in here. Just making sure we've got that gap. And over we go. We just got a bit deep, actually, in the end. And third gear is not the right gear to be in for that corner. Right, let's catch up to Spook then. And here we go. So in towards the left-hander. Oh, by the way, key span. I've seem to have forgot to put that in for some reason. But key did spin. I'll put it at the end. I've got 2 bloopers at the end. Put key spin in, and we'll also put the yellow flag in because I want to show you that yellow flag. We're going to race with Spook now. So what's going to happen with Spook? So heading towards the hairpin, then in we go, and nothing quite happening just yet. Obviously, the curse position is on the cards here. Could we get the curse position? I'm not too sure. As we then head up to the Schumacher S. That Evo. It's something a bit different to see, actually. So shout out to Spook for using this. You've been in all 3 races, haven't you, Spook, as well? Mazda RX-8. You were in the Interlagos race as well. You finished 4th, I think. So, Spook in every race. So, shout out to Spook. As we go into this left-hander. And, oh, Spook defending a little bit there. Beautiful defense. But this is what we saw with wind. It costs you on the exit. It allows me to get a good run here. So, I go to fuel map 1 here because I do want to get past. So, I'm going to start using some of these revs to get past. We shift it halfway. We get past Spook, then up into that cursed position of P6. Now, we've got a beetle up ahead of Gotex, GOT10. I'm not too sure. I'm going to continue on there. Oh, Spook's got a run here. I absolutely plebed that chicane, didn't I? I absolutely hate it. It's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible chicane. I'd rather they had the sweeping one, you know, they use for the 24-hour layout. In this game, it's actually the GT layout as well. It's brilliant layout. It's absolutely superb. I tried it in ATC. It's brilliant. Right, we're going to head down towards turn 1. Wynn's had an issue somewhere. And we're going to go to a lap guide as well. So the end of the tarmac on the left-hand side is your brake marker for turn 1. It's actually just after that. So as that leaves your screen, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes and you will make this corner. Absolutely not a problem. In fact, we make it so good, we need to go into the Beetle. Right, through we go. Head over to the right-hand side as quick as possible. Then lift off. You might want to dab the brake a little bit as I do there. And what you're looking for is that orange barrier there. When that's in the center of your screen, you can accelerate. You can accelerate and you will make the corner. It's a nice, lovely marker that I've not really spotted before. It's there now. Use it. You can accelerate away, but I was being defended against there, so I couldn't do much. That light on the left-hand side, when you're on the right-hand side, obviously that will hit the edge of your screen later. That is your brake marker. Use that as your brake marker here for this corner, and you want to get really tight on the inside here. On this bit here, it's grippy. Notice how the car instantly turns. Stay far left, lift a little bit, then accelerate through this on the right, and continue on. And you notice the run we get. Now, you can actually do that even quicker, and I could have got past the Beetle. Now, for the left-hander, it's the end of the GPD circuit there as it goes to the right. You're using that there, so as it splits, that's your marker. And usually it's 4th gear for this corner. And then you want to get as far left as possible and then brake again. So it's at the end of the red and white curb in there. So I've just highlighted that there. Normally you drop another gear at this point. So you brake, drop a gear, turn in, and wham, bam, the throttle, accelerate through the corner. I don't know why I said that, but hey, wham, bam, it is. So continue on out of there. Still racing this Beetle. Trying to get a run here as we head down towards the hairpin. I'm going to use my normal brake marker for the hairpin. So the cabin on the right side there, you can just see it. Use that as your brake marker. Nice and easy. So sometimes you'll want to brake a little bit earlier and keep it tight. Sometimes you'll want to go for the V shape, which is in, out, in. Shake it all about. Do the okie dokie and turn around. That's what it's all about right there. You saw that V shape-ish as we went through that. Sorry, I don't know why I'm in a childish mood today. We're going to head up to the center S, and you don't lift for this. You just flat it through there. You might have to lift if you're in dirty air, of course, because, well, it's dirty air. And head over to the right side. Now, I'm going to advise here, you brake earlier than I have been. So, literally, just after the light grey goes to the tarmac there, use that as your brake marker, rather than trying to aim for the green bit, because I was aiming for there, and you sort of ran deep twice into this corner. So, yeah, brake a bit earlier, bring it back a little bit, and it'll save you some time. Now, this corner, I didn't have a brake marker this time for it, so I can't highlight one. Just brake, turn in. Hopefully, you get it right, and carry on through. So, we're going to head towards the chicken now. The all-important brake marker. It's hard to get right this because weight transition in GT7 is horrendous. It really is. But in terms of the braking, the 100-meter board, or as the guttering goes wider, there, you can see that just. Use that as your brake marker. and you're going to hit the brakes. And basically, you want to clip the first part and then try and straight line the second part. Unfortunately, we have a beetle there, so we can't quite do that. But again, it's hard to hit that right, if I'm honest, because of the weight transfer. The last corner, use the orange painted barrier on the left-hand side as your brake marker. So make sure you're on the curb a little bit here. Brake, turn in, accelerate through. Really easy to nail. I don't use the camper vans anymore because they're not in practice. So I know you guys don't like that when the marker is not in the practice. So we've got a bit of a race going on here with this beetle. We need to get past it. It has been quite the struggle trying to get past. We've lost so much time behind the beetle as well. Really have lost a lot of time with the dirty air. So we're going to actually go for it here. Fuel map 1 here. We're going to push ourselves. We've got the run. We've got the run. We've got the run. We're going to go towards the left-hand side, in towards the braking zone. So we're just about alongside, but they turn a little bit. And I think we both brake late, so I give a lot of room there so they can come back on and we go through. Now, I was a bit 50-50 with this one. I've got to be honest. I wasn't sure whether I needed to give that back. I considered it fine because there was so much room given on the outside a little bit, but I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? I'm not too sure, if I'm brutally honest. We advanced towards the last lap all the same. I'm going to finish P5 in the end there in the BRZ. So you can see at the front, Supra, Mercedes, Z4, different cars. So you can try some different ones. BRZ is the safe option if you want to choose that. Now, we're not going anywhere just yet. We have 2 things to look at here. The yellow flag and key spin. Let's look at them right about now. Here we are then with the first incident, the first highlight we've got here. So that's key, unfortunately, just clipping the gravel there and then heading to the realm. So make sure you don't clip the gravel. Thank you, Keith, for that lesson. All right, we'll go to the yellow flag incident. This is the bigger incident. How do you like these highlights, by the way? Should we have some quick highlights at the end like this where we look at the bloopers, the outtakes, etc. of the races? Do let me know. This is something new we're trying. So you can see here, overtaking is prohibited. I am position number 10. You can see that left-hand side. It says position 10. Overtaking is prohibited. Right. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to come into here. I dropped to P11. I dropped to P11. I'll say it again. I dropped to P11. I dropped. I lost a position. And I get the what? 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 I say what? I'll say it again. What? Right, let's watch it here then. So 11, 10, 11. There must be the critical part because it went back up to 10. But how is that my fault? I can't do anything. I'm on the outside. Get rid of Gran Turismo. Get rid of this stupid penalty. That is pointless. It's the most irritating thing in history in terms of some of the parts of this penalty system. Why does it exist? It shouldn't exist. We can't help that. I'm on the outside. What am I meant to do in that situation? I can't do anything else. I get given a 3-second penalty for no reason. Very frustrating. How did they not get a penalty for that? Because they went up to P10 at one point. I don't know. That's going to be it, though, this week, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed this weekly race guide. My logo's there. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. It's free. And lots of you aren't subscribed, apparently. Give it a like on the way out because it's free as well. It helps me out. Costs you nothing. Happy days. Everybody wins. And there's 2 videos there if you want to check them out. Lots of content this week. I will see you in another video or live stream very, very, very soon.